Hey guys, Artillery J here. Welcome back to Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Um, I'm actually recording this as a voiceover because I lost all my audio for this video, and short of going back and restarting the game from the beginning and getting back to the point that I was at, I don't have any way to fix it. So I'm just going to be kind of commentating on my way through here and letting you guys know what I was doing and what I was talking about and thinking about. So, um, basically, we had this last shard to go to and get so that we could get our sword back. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to run over here and click on the thing. So, I believe that Druid was talking about, I think it was about darkness and light and stuff like that. Unfortunately, you can't hear him, and neither can I right now. So, yeah, we're going to get into the world here in a second. It'll just take a minute to load because a lot of graphics to render and stuff like that. So, I think that they do the loading. Excuse me. I think that they do the loading sequences while the conversations are going on right here. So it's just audio playing and then it's loading, but I could be wrong. So basically this shard is basically you're supposed to be like blind, and it's supposed to simulate being blind and not having to rely on your other senses to navigate. Is the gist of it. There's a little more to it than that, but this is for the most part what it is about. So, we're talking to Dillian right now, and he is kind of guiding us, and I had to listen for the wind. It's a real shame that this is the episode that the audio gets messed up in because it was all audio based. The whole episode was audio based, or at least this whole little section here. So I'm listening for the wind, and I have to follow it. I think she's still actually talking to Dillian right now. So basically, as I rotated the camera, I would either be able to hear the wind really well, or it would pretty much be silent, and then head in the direction where it was the loudest, which in this case it was this way. And I kept stopping just to make sure that I was still heading in the right direction. And I was. Okay, so I went ahead and I sped up the footage a little bit here, just because it was going to take forever to get through this otherwise, and it's kind of boring in the fact that it's so dark and there's no audio. So basically I just followed the wind sounds until shortly here I should be getting to like an outside area. Actually, I think it's through this door here, and then I have to listen for the water and follow the stream once I find the water. So almost to the outside, I believe. Yeah, okay, never mind. This is the spot where she comes to the dead end. Now she has to kind of find her way along the corridor, and you can kind of see slightly some of the surrounding areas, so it makes it a little bit easier. I kept running into dead ends and stuff too, though. Alright, now she is in a different place, I believe she said. And I was following, okay, this is where I follow the sound of the water, and I get to the stream about right here. And then Dillian tells me to follow the river upstream, so I do that. And the entire way they're having a conversation about how awesome I am and how well I play this game. And yeah, no, I don't remember what the conversation was. I was concentrating more on not getting lost and making sure that I was following the stream. But yeah, and also watching out for anything that might attack me because it was dark and spooky and I wasn't sure if there were going to be monsters or not. And it's a good thing that I did have that little bit of paranoia, because once I come up these steps and go into this drop off the ledge here, which she automatically did. Now there is a monster in here that we have to try to avoid. So, I didn't realize it until I got right up on them, but there are chains hanging down in certain spots here. So, I don't know if you'll be able to actually see it in the video, but there should be a chain coming up soon. And then I was like, oh, I better navigate around this. So, just kept traversing around, and here we go. There was chains there, and then there was like a little grave or something, and then a way around. So I had to pass right next to the monster. And then out here, there's a whole bunch of monsters. So I've got to try to kind of mosey past them and not let them. I'm pretty sure that if they would have bumped me, they would have attacked. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that because there wasn't anything out here that I saw that I could bump into, like the chains to alert them to my presence. So I just kind of skirted around the outskirts, and then I went over to the fire, and then I went to the next fire, and then I could see the exit ahead, but there were a whole bunch of these dudes, so I had to skirt around the outskirts again, and then I had to basically make a break for it. And once I did, I was through that portion. And she came into this building here and back into the darkness, like the darkness, and proceeded forward until she got to this beam. And I almost fell a couple of times, but I actually did not die at all on this episode, so that's kind of cool. Proud of myself. There's a lot of fighting that does come in later, but right now, got across that, and then she jumps down the well, boop, and into some nasty, disgusting nastiness. And there was a whole bunch of those monsters down here, so I basically just ran for it. I ran towards the light, kind of trying to avoid the monsters as best as possible, and tried not to hit my face on dirty corpse feet either. So I got out of the water, and there should be an achievement coming up here pretty soon, actually. So I ran towards the light, which Dillian was calling me towards. And as I got closer, he kept beckoning me onward, and I was afraid that it was going to be a trap, and then I'd get attacked by something at the last moment. But lo and behold, I did not. And achievement get, I don't remember exactly what it was called. I think it was called Darkness or something like that. It was called Trust Your Senses, actually. Yeah. I had to pull up Steam and look at the achievements. Alright, so anyway, had a little bit of a cutscene here where she kind of flashed back a little bit, or no, that's later. She woke up like in some woods, and come on. She had a little bit of a conversation here, or not a conversation, but she could hear Dillian talking to her, and then, come on. She stares into the camera, and it rotates around, and there it is. We are out of the shard. And that was the last of the sword shards. So, at this point, I needed to make my way back up to the tree to pull the sword from the stones, so to say. Yeah, so I traveled around and up and towards the tree, passing by all of the shards that I got, that I went to the last episode, and here it comes right here is where the hill starts to go up. So we travel back up this little road here and around. I was looking down there to make sure I didn't miss anything. Now, I didn't see any of the little touchstones at all through this, so hopefully I didn't miss any. But achievement get, this one was called Gram Released, or Grom Released, and that was for pulling the sword out. And the demon is telling her not to pull it out, that there will be suffering if she does. She says he wants me to, I have to do it, and then she says yerk and pulls it out. And then the demon says, you will pay for this, and closes the tree up on her. Which, if you know anything about trees, having them closed on you does not sound like a pleasant time. No, I don't know. So, another cutscene here where she's having a flashback of Dillian's father's death when the plague's going through, and she's talking to him, and she goes to console him, but he gets a little angry because his dad is dead, and everybody's blaming her for the plague too. So that's pretty messed up because she gets these visions. Everybody assumes, I don't know, it's kind of like they accuse her of being a witch without really saying you're a witch. I don't know. So, and then we wake up in a sea of corpses. So, yeah, lots of fighting in here. But I got my trusty lightsaber back. And ready to put it to some use. So, here we go. And block. And chop, chop, chop. But unfortunately, it's been a while since I've actually got to fight anything, so I kind of forgot how to do things like dodge and defend and stuff like that. So I had to kind of mash buttons a little bit to get it back. But I took those 3 dudes out pretty quick. This isn't sped up footage either. That was just like the battle lasted that long. It was pretty short. So traveled through all these grabby hands. Walls and walls of grabby hands. If you know anything about grabby hands, you know that you don't want to walk between 2 walls of them. Jump down, splash, kind of glitched into the wall slightly there, and then we came out here, and now it was yelly heads, I guess. Sea of corpses, and more fighting, and it's pretty much fighting from here to the exit at this point. So I wanted to get him kind of away from the other 2 so that I could focus on him and also try to remember how to do things like that combat roll. And we got him down and immediately get hit and knocked on our butt. But before they were able to get me, I rolled out of the way and dodged. And here we go. Getting ready to take this dude out right now, and then boop him right in the face with a sword. So that's fun. And then there were 2 more. A shield dude and then another mace dude, or a mace dude. Non-shield mace dude, I guess, would be the best name for him. And I had to remember the techniques for fighting him, but unfortunately I couldn't remember the entire way through here how to change targets. So I was pretty much locked on whatever target the game decided to randomly set me on, and I had no idea how I switched to shield guy, but I didn't want to switch to shield guy. I was trying to focus on the dude that I was fighting. Unfortunately, like I said, I couldn't remember what button it was, and I didn't feel like pulling up the inventory manager, so, or not inventory manager, but the control manager. So I just went with it, hope for the best, and kick him in the face, and then chop chop, and then dodge, kick him in the face, chop chop. That's the technique for him if you don't know. And I hit my focus like as he was dying, so it kind of screwed me out of a focus here, but that's okay, not a big deal. So at this point I'm going to speed up the footage just slightly. Alright, I sped that up a little bit so we could get through this, because I realized that otherwise the episode was going to be about 40 minutes long, even after speeding up that first portion of the blindness area. There is a lot of fighting in here, and even speeding that up makes it not too bad. So, yeah. This dude, I forgot how quick he turned around. Like right there, he just knocked the crap out of me with that hammer. But he still wasn't too bad. I think he might have hit me one more time. Could be wrong though. Yep, right there. Boom. And then rolled out of the way and moved, and I think I'd take him out like right here. Yeah. So I got him, and then it was a matter of mowing these two dudes down just to get them kind of out of my way, because these are kind of just underlings basically as far as I'm concerned. But I wanted to focus on this dude and get him down so that I could devote the rest of my attention to this guy, because this guy you gotta use your focus for, and I didn't want to waste focus messing around with that other dude. So these guys kind of caught me off guard. My focus ended and I didn't realize it was that close to ending, so that's okay. I think they got like 2 hits in on me, so nothing too serious. And then shield dude, I had a focus, so I figured why not. Boom, took him out quick. Alright, so next I was kind of running around trying to figure out which direction I was supposed to be traveling in, because I kind of got turned around there, but figured it out. I was trying to figure out, they had kind of shown right here her mom, and I was trying to figure out where that was, or they kept talking about her back there, so I was looking around to try to see if there was a rock with her face on it, and then I walked forward a couple more seconds and they focused in on it, so that's why I turned around back there. That's all that I was getting at. So now I was trying to figure out how to get up to her, but decided just keep moving along. I saw this green thing over here and then pulled out my sword so I couldn't investigate it. Ended up turning out it wasn't anything really, or at least nothing that I could see. These dudes are really fast. They have really quick counters. They use that dual-handed technique, so they're like constantly swinging. And then they go into shadow mode, which you can't hit them. You can only dodge. You have to focus to get them unshadowy, I guess. But even then, they're still pretty quick, even when focused on, unlike the rest of the dudes. So, battle of 3 dudes right here. Not too bad. Basically, I just kept attack, and then dodge. Occasionally, they got me with that second attack, caught me off guard with it, but for the most part, I took them out fairly easy. So, already got 2 of them, 2 of the 3 down. Another dude formed, or another 2 dudes formed back there, and they're both shadow dudes. So I was kind of waiting for this dude to pop up, but he just didn't want to fight, I guess. Then they started getting kind of dumb with it and knocked me down, because I started to separate just enough so that if I attacked one of them, another one of them was always behind me. And then of course this guy shows up. So fun times there. Fun times all around. Second one of these guys in a very short amount of time. I tried to charge him while focused, and this guy got a jump on me. And I thought that I was dead here because that quick dude was here, but I got out of it managed to take that dude out and focus my attention on these two. So not too bad. And got knocked down again. And was able to get back up. So I really wanted to take out at least one of these guys so that I could be able to devote all of my attention just to the one guy. Was able to focus and take that dude out just like I wanted. And then it was just a matter of dealing with this guy, which they are really fast. But I got him. And as you can see, that didn't really look like it was too much of anything. So had another one of these big chargy dudes. The thing I don't like about these guys is when you hit them, there's no kind of knockback on them at all. So there's sometimes I'm not sure if I'm hitting them or not, or damaging them. But turns out I am. But that guy went down pretty quick. Took out that dude, and then who also went down kind of quick. And then it was just the shield guy. I went to go charge him just as my focus ran out, and got hit for my troubles. So then after that, it was just a matter of do the dodge, kick, chop, and get hit in the face. Dodge, kick, chop. And I was just about to use my focus, but he was already dead. So I was looking around to see where there were more enemies, and I didn't see any at first because they were still walking around the corner. And I believe it's almost at the end. There's like 2 more short battles here, or 1 more after this. I can't remember. I guess we'll find out together. Yeah, probably 1 more after this. Yeah, this guy here. And I went to go charge him. Focus ran out, so I immediately halted and started chopping his face. And then there were these guys that formed. Another one of these quick dudes and a shield guy. So, fun times. I couldn't get unfocused off of the shield guy at first until the dude hit me. Which, this is the guy that I wanted to take out first because I don't want that quick dude attacking me while I'm trying to get rid of the shield dude, if that makes sense. He used his shadow form, so I had to keep dodging and waiting for my focus to charge back up, I guess. I'm not really sure how the focus works. I just wait for them to tell me to use it, and then I use it. So, and also the little shiny in the corner of the screen is a good indicator as well. But I'm not sure how to charge it, if it just charges over time or if you have to actually be dodging or attacking to get it to charge. But either way, another quick dude popped out and almost killed me right there. So I did my focus and tried to get as many hits in on him as I could before he did that. And then it was a matter of dodge, dodge, dodge. Which I don't know what he hit me with there, because he was kind of far away from me, but he still managed to hit me. So it was a little annoying. And focus. And then I was able to start hitting him again. And right there. Alright, so he went down. Then I had another one of these big dudes again. They charge you like a bull. They're annoying. But they're actually not too hard once you realize that you just dodge out of the way, which I did not do there. Dodge, hit like 2 times, and then immediately dodge again because they're going to be swinging that hammer. And they are dangerous with that hammer. Like 1 hit from it is enough to knock you down. Fortunately, they're kind of slow aside from their little charge thing. But even that is very telegraphed. You can see it coming for quite a ways away because they kind of crouch down and they look at you for about 30 seconds and then they charge. Not really 30 seconds, that's an exaggeration, but Anyway, that was it for that. So now I got to this path and I started following it up through all the corpse hands and corpse heads and other corpsey things. And the voices were all loud and obnoxious in my ears, but I kind of wish that I was able to hear them right now and that you were able to hear them, because I wouldn't be going through all of this commentary a second time. Well, not this commentary a second time, but going through doing commentary a second time, as opposed to my normal reaction. See the giant head there? As opposed to my like natural reaction to the gameplay. I don't like doing voiceovers if I can avoid it. So finally got up here to the head, and achievement get. This one is called Warrior, yet for escaping the Sea of Corpses. So had a little chit chat with moms, and then that was it. So Senua, at this point, pops out right here in another flashback sequence. So basically Dillian is trying to calm her down. She's really upset, and she's having a lot of mental disturbances right now. Everybody is blaming her for the plague at this point. She had her dad telling her that everything was her fault and that she was basically worthless and trash. And it all kind of culminated on this one moment. And now she's kind of freaking out about it, with good reason. But yeah, Dillian's trying to calm her down. He says, you know, do you still believe in me? Do you believe in us? Come back to me, please. And she seems to be calming down slightly. Okay, well, this is where he says, do you still believe in me? Do you believe in us? Come back to me, please. And then she kind of does this. Sneers at the camera. And she's still pretty messed up. He's trying to reassure her. He's trying to, I don't know, be a voice of reason, I guess. And then she looks around and realizes that she is back here. So that was it for this one, guys. Again, I'm really sorry about the audio. I'm not really sure what happened, not sure how to fix it, but we've got our sword back. We took care of all the sword shards, and we escaped the Sea of Corpses. So that is all good stuff. So I hope that you enjoyed this one, even if it was a little bit wordy, but at any rate, I did my best. I did my best. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye!